So what do you expect me to say?
Let's get him!
I know you feel this way. Coming after you.
What's up, Internet? My name is BlackLightAttack, and today I'm playing some Huntsman Sniper, which is very odd. It's definitely not my class of choice, not by a long shot. Actually, the Sniper itself isn't even my class of choice, let alone the Huntsman Sniper. In the rare occasion that I do play Sniper, I'm usually using the stock Sniper rifle, and then I use like a Girardi and Bushwhacker setup. But the reason I'm playing this way different class, and not only way different but also like kind of stupid, is because I'm using a random class generator, and it's just a little goofy program that I wrote it myself in C++. It's completely text-based. It's very basic, and not basic the language. It's C++, but basically it took me so long to get my class situated there that I missed the entire round, and my team just straight up won. But things kind of go downhill from here, and I'm probably not helping things. As a disclaimer, I'm really bad with the Huntsman. I never use it, and there are some actually kind of good kills in here, but they're pure luck, and this is like really a spam luck weapon. That's not completely true. That's not like 100%. It's not 100% a spammy luck weapon, but there definitely are people that I've seen in lobbies that are really good with the Huntsman, and just basically made it so that if I see them in a corridor anywhere that's not anywhere that's not a wide open field of some sort, I don't feel comfortable being there. I'm almost positive I'm gonna die every single time with these guys. So there definitely are people who are good with the Huntsman. I personally think that it's like, it is kind of fun, but I just don't do that well with it, and I just think it's so random and spammy, so I typically don't use it. But other than that, I got the SMG. I'm using the Bushwhacker, which is not very good because I don't have what's it called? Oh, kill myself here. I don't have Girardi to go with the Bushwhacker. Yeah, but this was actually originally a live commentary that didn't really turn out that well. Basically, by the time I felt that I got enough good gameplay, I sort of had run on for like an hour and a half, and it was just way too much to slim down, and like I didn't really feel that there were any points that I could break it up and still leave it feeling like a smooth experience, and still be able to put this online and make it make sense. Obviously, I don't want to upload like an hour and a half of live commentary, especially because most of the matches are really bad. Either I wasn't doing well, or I was doing okay, but my team was just like fucking horrendously stupid. But I mean, that's what I got. I'm playing on Valve servers, and I did that on purpose. I wanted bads to play against because I was using random classes. I was using bad classes, so I wanted to play against bad players. Unfortunately, it seemed that every lobby I got into was like a team stacking extravaganza where all the good players were on the other team. I don't necessarily know if that's bad team stacking or just bad luck, but yeah, so it didn't turn out so hot, so I just decided to salvage this little bit because I thought it was kind of entertaining, because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I do manage to pull off some good kills. And yeah, so I decided to convert it into a regular style commentary, and it's been a pretty slow day for me. I woke up kind of late for work. Not late. It was like 2:30. I need to be in at 3, and work's just down the road. But, I wouldn't have time for a shower or anything like that. And basically, I called in to work late because my dog was sick, and it was just this whole thing. Like, my dog was throwing up everywhere. My dog's really old, and whenever something happens with her, I'm like, I mean, she's like 12 years old. She's a German Shepherd. 12 years old is like kind of old for some dogs, like small yappy dogs. But for a German Shepherd, 12 is really old. And as soon as something's wrong with her, like, I immediately assume, like, oh, this is it. I'm gonna have to put my dog down. And because I'm just paranoid like that, and I worry about her. I love my dog, and so I basically just sat with her all day and just made sure she was all right until my brother got home, and he was able to take care of her because I was the only person home. And so I ended up going into work late, and it was pretty nice. I don't really get to do that too often. I really wish I did, because I'm the kind of person who I can't call into work. I can't call out sick. I can't, because if I start doing that, I'll never stop, because I hate my job. I've said this a million times before on this channel, but I hate my job, and the fact that I have the option to just call in sick one day and just totally fake it out has occurred to me. It occurs to me pretty much every morning when I wake up, or every afternoon when I wake up. I'm like, I could just call out. But if I start doing that, I'm never going to stop. I'm just going to keep calling in sick, and just, I don't want to do that, And especially because it's not my coworkers that I hate, it's the job itself. There's maybe like one coworker that I really dislike, but it's somebody that I don't really deal with too often. And that's beside the point. I don't want, if I call out, it's basically dicking over my coworkers, because they have to cover my slack, and somebody has to come in for me. My manager would probably have to find somebody to cover me. But if I start doing that, I doubt I'm ever really going to stop. So I don't call out sick too often. I also, well, actually I should say never. I never call out sick when I'm not sick. And on the other hand, I never very often, I shouldn't say never, but I don't very often get sick. I have a pretty good immune system, I guess, because I don't get sick too often. I get sick once a year. Every year it's the same time. It's right around Thanksgiving time. I always get sick. Usually catch the flu or whatever it is that's going around that season. And it just sticks with me for like fucking forever. And then from then on, I don't get sick until next Thanksgiving. It's fucking weird. And I think it's because, both the fact that I don't normally get sick and the fact that I get sick the same time of year is because I'm not a germaphobe at all. I'm like the opposite of a germaphobe. I eat shit off the floor. I don't wash my hands every single time I go to the bathroom. I mean, you take a shit, you wash your hands. That's a given. But I mean, if I'm doing a number one, I'm not gonna wash my hands. It's fucking bullshit. I know where my dick has been, and it's not anywhere naughty, unfortunately. So I'm not gonna bother washing my hands. A lot of people think that that's like really risky behavior, but basically what it does is it gives your immune system exercise. At least that's what people have said. It's studies have suggested and stuff. And George Carlin was a big proprietor of it. He was very much all about not washing his hands. And basically I live. I don't live in like filth and squalor, and I don't go weeks without showering. I do shower every day. Or at least if I miss a day, I'll never go more than one day without showering, like if I'm running late or something. But I don't bother with scrubbing all the time and always making sure my hands are washed and making sure that nobody touches my food. I share drinks and shit. I don't engage in any sort of germophobic behavior. And so on one hand, that gives me a strong immune system. But the thing about influenza is that it changes every season. It mutates, and you just can't build up an immune system to that specific virus because it's constantly in flux. So because I'm so used to not wiping off the phone and not shaking hands and not carrying around hand sanitizer and all that bullshit, I always end up contracting the flu right around when other people start showing it, because generally people, when somebody shows up to work like sick, hacking and coughing, all of a sudden everybody's scrubbing everything and wiping everything down with Clorox and shit. But it's something I don't normally do, so I always end up fucking catching it. I ended up having to take. I was sick for like 2 weeks, and I only took off. You guys might remember, if you guys stuck with me for a while, you might remember when I was like really sick for a while. I couldn't upload Pokemon because I couldn't record because I just had this terrible like cold flu thing going on. That lasted for like 2 weeks, and like the fallout from it, like the sinus fallout from that whole thing lasted for like 3 weeks in total. But I mean, basically my point is, if I had been more diligent in, I guess, like wiping stuff down, I know somebody in work was sick before me, or maybe it was like just one of my friends or something, I don't remember, but I got sick like I do every year. These spies were pissing me off because they were all really horrible, and yet they kept killing me with like face stabs and stuff, or like those bullshit face backstabs, which are something that like I would say like, oh yeah, I get those all the time, so I can't really complain. But I don't go for those. If somebody knows I'm there, I don't rush forward and just start swinging my knife and hoping for the best. That's poor form. And you know, sometimes it works out for you, but generally speaking, if you're gonna like backstab somebody when they think they're facing you, it's because you like Matador stabbed them or something. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. You know, so I only really call out like that once a year for being sick, and occasionally I'll go somewhere like visit some friends who are at school. So I'll take off for a like a weekend, or like I'm going to PAX East. By the way, if any of you are going to be at PAX East, hit me up. You know, tell me you're going to be there. Look for me on the show floor, because I am definitely going to be there. I got my 3-day pass a while ago, and I will definitely come say what up. If you're over 21, you know, maybe we'll go out for a drink or something. You know, I don't know what my friends plan. We're going with a big group. Like, we're going with a big group. So I don't really know, because like, the thing about Boston is it's a very even in like in the colder months, it's a pretty active city, and the clubs are always full and stuff, and the bars and whatnot. So we went to a really awesome piano bar when we were there, and there was this kid there. Me and Maba basically went. I don't know if you guys know my friend Maba, but when we went to PAX East back this past March, PAX East 2011, we went to this piano bar, and there was this dude there who was just being a boss. Like he was playing the piano, and actually, I mean, there were a couple people playing the piano. They cycled out like 3 different people. But he was doing this duet with this chick. And, you know, they were like, you know, kind of switching off singing and playing the piano, and you know, they did a lot of songs that required to like "Love the Way You Lie" by Eminem, because it had like that bit by Rihanna. Like she sang the Rihanna part, and he did all the rapping and stuff. He was like this really nerdy white looking kid who had like these big glasses on and just like a vest. He looked like a super nerd, but he was so like full of energy, man. He fucking blew us all away. The chick, she was like really good looking, and she was like an okay singer, but she didn't really have any stage presence, and just kind of like stood there like a dead fish. You know what I mean? And I can't really fault anybody for that, because I've never actually been in a situation where I was on stage performing for people. I might have done like a school play when I was a kid or something like that, but who the fuck hasn't? I think I was a card dancer in Alice in Wonderland in like 4th grade. That was I got a story about that. Which is good. It's good that I'm thinking of stuff to say, because this is, as you can tell, this is a rambling fucking commentary. I did not have a topic in mind when I started this commentary. But anyway, so that place was happening, but it was fucking packed, man. So I'm gonna see if there's if we're gonna meet up with Maba's friend Pod again. He was interesting. Pod was he's actually like Maba's brother's friend more than Maba's friend, but I mean, they still consider each other friends. And we stayed at his place there instead of getting a hotel. He lives in South End in Boston, and we go to this piano bar, and this chick comes over, and she is like giving everybody the eyes, and she's you know, she's like hounding it like really bad, like she's looking desperate, and she's coming over to our table and shit, and I see a girl that I'm liking, not her, and you know, I'm kind of digging this chick, so I kind of join in on the dance floor, and I don't really know what to do with myself because I can't dance, and I go up to this chick and I introduce myself. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Nick," and she kind of was like, "Hi, I forget, you know, I don't remember her name, you know, kind of like wary," and I was like, "Hey, I'm just in town for a night." And she was like, all right. And she was like kind of being dismissive. So, you know, I maybe said a few more words to her, and then just kind of pieced. You know, I was like, you know, all right, she's not responding, so I'm not gonna, you know, keep dogging her. So I start to go out. I head out, and as I'm about to get back to the table, like boom, intercepted by this chick, and like Pod is like literally pushing her on me, and he's like really drunk at this point, and she was like not a good looking girl. Like she was big and not good. Like there are definitely girls who are big that like wear it well and like look good despite. She wasn't. Like there was just random girl. I'm sorry to like smack talk you, if you're watching this for some reason, but she was not an attractive young woman. And so, you know, I do like one dance with her. She's like grinding on me. I'm like not really comfortable. Don't want to be there. Want to get out of there. I'm not even like taking one for the team or anything. She didn't like even have any hot friends. For all I knew, she was there by herself. But she didn't even like have any hot friends that were there. You know, that one of my friends were trying to get with. But so this chick is like grinding on me. The song finally ends. It felt like a fucking eternity, like the longest 3 minutes of my life. And I go and I head back to the table. I'm like, Pod, you're a fucking asshole. And he's like, you're going home with that chick. I was like, what? No, I'm not. And he's like belligerently drunk. And he's like, she wants you. She's a young, attractive woman. She wants the dick, and you're gonna give it to her. And I only met this kid a day ago. And I was like, okay, first off, have you seen her? I know you're drunk, but I mean, come on, even beer goggles came. Like, I was kind of drunk too, and you know, so he's insisting that I'm not coming back to his apartment that night. That he just absolutely refuses, and that I have to go home to this chick or wherever she's staying. For all I know, she's trying to fucking kill me. And so it kind of was a bad end to the night. Because Maba and I, well, the music started to wind down. You know, they were playing less and less songs and less frequently. And I was basically to Maba, I was like, dude, I'm getting out of here. Like, come with me if you want. But Pod is literally shoving me onto this chick. So we left, and we basically like walked 3 miles in the freezing Boston weather in March to go, and you know, at least it wasn't winter, but to go and meet up at the hotel with our friend Kirk, who once we got to the hotel, we later found out was passed out drunk, and he never answered our texts or anything. We just sat in his lobby for like an hour before hailing a cab back, and it was just total waste of the night. So I think that's about the end of my terrible Sniper Huntsman gameplay. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I just said I had a story about something and I don't remember what it was, but maybe I'll save that for another commentary. When I listen to this back and find out what story it is I skipped, I'll see what exactly I need to tell you guys. But yeah, like the video if you liked it. Just a goofy commentary for you guys. Take it easy.